Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are looking ahead to today's slate for the WNBA for Friday, August the 1st. We do have a nice five-gamer today. So, as normal, if you guys do go ahead and enjoy the video, leave a like. I do appreciate it quite a bit. This is all free content for you guys, and hopefully this content does help you guys out. And also hit that subscribe button as well, as we still have about 25% of you guys not subscribed. So, if you guys could help me out and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. We do WNBA. NBA is our main one. NFL. Didn't get to do a video yesterday, but we will be doing NFL and NBA here coming up in the next couple months. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get into today. We do have a couple injuries to monitor throughout the day, but most of the games do start at the same time. So, yeah, let's head into it. The one with the most injuries, and it's Mercury in the Dream. We have a 167 and a 3.5 here by the Mercury. So, should be a good one. Like I said, definitely a couple question marks for this game. We got Jordan Canada. She is still questionable with an illness. We'll see if she plays in this one. And then we got Griner. She is not going to play in this game, it looks like. So, yeah, I mean, if Griner and Canada are out, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. Um, for Atlanta, with Griner already being out, like I said, I'm probably going to be looking at Naz Hillman in this one. She, like I said, she's been popping off. I told you guys to pick her in the last video. She had 29.7. She should, like I said, be automatically into that starting lineup. And also, that doesn't, where we at? There we go. I don't mind looking at Coffee either. She's only $3,500, and if Griner's going to be out, she's going to have to play some minutes, as we saw. Um, Didn't play a ton against Dallas, but she still had 17 fantasy points. I expect her probably to play about 12 to 15 minutes in this one as a backup. So she might get to 12 to 14, but that should be enough for 3,500. So, like I say, keep an eye on her. But yeah, Atlanta's kind of hurting right now. So, um, it's not too bad of an option. I would even be surprised if Sal Bally has a half decent game here. She's been horrendous since the All Star break. But like I said, her minutes have been kind of down, which is for her. So that's the only bad thing. If her minutes were a little bit higher, don't mind her. She doesn't have Griner down there, so got that there. So yeah, like I said, Naz Hillman's probably my favorite. Coffee's probably more my favorite. Not favorite, but recommended GPP. Alyssa Thomas is normal, solid option. Alyssa Gray at 7,100, especially if there's no Canada. She's probably going to be your play of the day. Even with Canada there, she's still going to be one of the top plays. I really like Gray. I think she can probably get you 32 to 38, especially depending on what's going on with Canada. We got Copper as well. She looked not too bad. I'm not too afraid of Atlanta right now. So you can look at her. I think a lot of people are going to be on her. She scored 22 points, but still only had 24 fantasy points. So, like I said, she is really reliant on her scoring. So she's off. You might be in some issues. Um, Papio, I think that's how you say your name. Probably going to put her in most of my lineups, especially if Canada's out. If Canada is gonna play, I'm she's still worth a look, but I don't think she's gonna be much of anything. As you saw last time out, she had 27.6 without Canada in there. So if Canada's out, you got to play her at 3,900. I'm pretty sure everybody and their grandma's going to play her as well. So that's mostly it for that game. I don't, like I said, don't mind it. Keep an eye on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if Canada does play. And if Canada plays and she's all good to go, I wouldn't mind putting her in there in some GPPs. I don't think a lot of people are going to have her because she has an illness. But with Griner being out in Canada, she's going to have to produce, so I don't mind if she gets in there either. All right, Connecticut Sun taking on the Liberty. The Sun, one of the worst teams in the league, taking on one of the better teams, but they have lost three in a row. That is the Liberty. 172, and we have 11.5 spread in this one. So go check out the lineups here real quick. Here for the Liberty, we got Cloud and Eskew, Jonas, Phoebich, and Jones, and then over there for Connecticut, as you can see. So I actually don't mind this one here for Connecticut. I think this is a half decent pace up game for them. Um, I mean, like I said, I do think New York's going to win this game, but they just haven't been playing great defensively. And Eskew, probably one of the better options if you can afford her. Like I said, I tried to get her against Dallas and she didn't do great, but as we know, Connecticut's not that great, so should be able to rebound if you can afford. Let me see here. Hartley only in GPPs. Like I said, I think Connecticut can stick with them a little bit, and if they're going to, it's going to be because of Hartley. So she's a half decent GPP play, 22 to 24 fancy points. Lacking or leaking, not sure. But anyway, she's been solid as well at 5,100. She's got 27, 19, 31, and 20, 21. The big thing for her is she relies on her defense. And like I said, Liberty don't really have their full squad, so maybe they're going to be a little bit looser with the basketball. So if she does not get her defense, you're kind of screwed. So keep that in mind. She's not cheap. But if you think she's going to get her defense, I don't think a lot of people are going to be on her. We can definitely look at her again, Jonas at 4,800. JC Shelton, sorry, Sheldon, another not too bad of an option here, playing half decent off the bench, 27-16 in her last two. Shooting the ball a couple more than normal, shooting around 7 to 8 times per game in the last three. So at 43, another option that's not too bad. And that's mostly it. So they have a couple cheap guards over there for Connecticut, especially if they get blown out for some reason. One person I would not be surprised if they had to bounce back is Tina Charles. She had a terrible game against Seattle, played 22 minutes. Um, it was a back to back, but like I said, a lot easier matchup here. Well, not easier matchup, but like I said, it's going to be a little bit faster paced. They're at home. They've had a couple days off. Liberty, they don't have Stewart down there. And so I don't mind looking at Tina Charles at 71. Probably one of the better forwards to pay up for on this one. And then once again, you got New York. Cheap options. Who's going to go off? Fibich has been terrible. She sucked last time. So I don't know if you want to go that way. Harrison's been looking half decent off the bench. You can go that way, but she's not playing big minutes. And then Talbot, as I mentioned, she did okay, but nothing to what she did the last time out. Okay option, but once again, she only had three actual real points, so her defense and rebounds is really what's helping her there. You can look at Morrow, but I really don't know what's going on with her minutes. They kind of been all over the place, but she's always a good fantasy points per minute option. All right, that's what we got going on in that one. Moving on to the Fever and the Wings, we have a 174 and a 3.5. So here by the Fever, so should be a good one. Dallas has been playing a little bit better. Last game they were a little but overall, don't mind it. Paige Becker, she is 7-6. Good cash game play, but I think there's other options you can go to. I do think Kelsey Mitchell is definitely worth a look here. She was terrible against Phoenix, 16.1, but as you know, besides that, she's been pretty solid here, and I'm not too afraid of Dallas. So I think Kelsey Mitchell at 6-7 is in a very good spot. Especially with McDonald randomly coming out and scoring. I don't think she's going to do that again, so maybe McDonald gets ownership and Mitchell pops off. Haley Jones, once again at 5,400. I think she's continue at starting, right? So she's an all right option. Doesn't do much besides scoring. Carrington's minutes have gone up, but she's not really cheap, but her minutes have gone up a little bit the last game, but she's still underperforming her salary. And that's mostly it in that area. Over here at the forwards, Boston at 7-8. If you can afford her, get her in there. Really not feeling anything down here. Dallas has been weird with their rotation. So, I mean, Louisa always is in play, but besides that, don't really want to mess with anyone from Dallas on the bigs. Moving on to our next one. We got Golden State Valkyrie taking on the Chicago Sky at 154 and only a 5.5. So this is a back-to-back for the Golden State Valkyrie in this one. Um, she is questionable. So Valkyrie actually just signed somebody literally like 15 minutes ago. So I expect her to be out tonight. We'll have to see how the rotation goes. Billings probable, but I don't know if they really want to play her a lot. She even when she really played her. I just don't know if I can touch Golden State. It's horrendous. And look at this total. It's a 154. It's one of the lowest ones on the slate. To be honest with you guys, I don't really have anyone in this game. I don't see um anything worth a dang, to be honest with you. Like I said, if Cecilia's out again, I mean there's other ways you can go, but it's just not. not really feeling this game here too much. So I'm not really gonna focus on it and just kind of leave that one at bay. All right, and the last one we have is LA and Seattle on this one. We do have a 169 a 5.5, so this should be a little bit better of a game. LA has been playing a lot better. They've been scoring a lot more points, looking a lot more confident recently. I don't mind looking at Kelsey Plum going back to playing Seattle here. She's a solid cash game play at 73. Like I said, I think Mitchell has more upside, but Plum's good in cash games, same as Gabby Williams. Julia Almid, I don't know if that's how you say it, but at 58, you can look at her, but she's almost 6,000, so she doesn't have a high usage rate, more of an assist player. Erica Wheeler's always sitting all right at 5,700, 21 to 23 for you. Ray Burrell at 4,500. She's been playing a little bit better recently, so if it's a blowout, maybe she can play. So you can look at her in a couple of your GPP tournaments. And then moving over to the forwards, I don't mind looking at Hamby. Had a bad one against the Vegas, but overall she's still solid. But she's not cheap. Keep that in mind. If you don't have the extra money at defense, she's been kind of up and down recently, but last time she did face Seattle, she did have 39.5 in only 24 minutes. So keep an eye on that. And then, like I said, the Seattle plays, Awunike, Magabord, they're all solid cash game plays. Cameron Brick is back. She's probably going to play about 16 minutes in this one. So keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's go get a kind of a skeleton lineup as normal for you guys. So, like I said, you got Thomas and Eskew. Who, if you can afford them, obviously they're good options. Depending on Canada, if Canada's out, I'm gonna go Gray. If you don't want to go her, I think Plum's in a solid spot for you. Kelsey Mitchell at 67, like I said, I think she's gonna rebound in this one. Copper's okay, but you're really relying on her scoring. Erica Wheeler, good cash game play. Tiffany Hayes could have a bounce back here. She only shot 2 times last time out, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Golden State. Um, Haley Jones, as I mentioned, Brian Hartley is not bad at 5,200. And then Lackin or Lockin, however you say it, I like her only because of Steele's upside. And then, like I said, another half decent play right there. Ray Burrell. And I think that's mostly it in that area. Like I said, there's a lot of cheap options in here. JC Sheldon, as I mentioned, at 43. I don't even mind going to her. And like I said, if Canada's out, Papio is another good option at 39. That gives you 6,000. So I think you're going to be able to load up on your forwards today. I mean, there's a lot of really good ones. Thomas, Boston, Hamby. Like I said, Reese is even out. I didn't even see that Reese was out. So that gives you a Cardoso as well. Um, yeah, because we didn't really go over that game. So Cardoso at 6'5" could be in a half decent spot with a banged up Golden State team. Um, and like I said, especially with Reese being out, I could see her be getting you 33 to 35. So at 6'5", good offer. And that's kind of what we're looking at there. Isabel Harrison, Naz Hellman, especially, like I said, if she starts in this one in a good spot. And down here in the deep, if you really need to go down here, like I said, Nia Coffee might get you 12 to 15 minutes of playing time, but I don't know if you need to go down that far today. So that gives you 6,200. Like I said, you guys can definitely change this around. You don't have to have Hartley. You can go get someone else if you want to, but that's what we're looking at. So as normal, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. I appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button for more WNBA lineup advice videos. Once again, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, as I said, and we'll see you in the next one.